na imobiara akwaba eba ahasi onyame nhyɛ obiara sɛ ndɛ na wodi mu na edi kan no ɛyɛ atum sɛ yɛba na ɛne onyankopɔn ɛbɛhyia mu na ɛde no som sonko no ɛde ama no amen anapɛ ne gɛnkyɛ wɔn koraa no ɛyɛ Bible adesua mu no yɛsua biribi afa asɛm bi a ɔbɛma Paul ɛka yɛ wɔ Romans chapter 12 verse 2. And do not be conformed to this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind, that you may prove what is what is good and acceptable and perfect will of God. Amen.
Amen.
Obama Paul and the church are on way. And come a Christopher now on more room. Now saying you have to more about their minds. Tell me, Bible class we are learning something about our minds. They say, renew your mind. Renew your mind. So it's here I can see now. Paul said, do not be conformed to this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. So in Christianity, you will be a friend of renewing your mind. Renewing the mind. I don't know why you say, Bible says to be a Christian. No, I am a body of now, former things now have passed away. Now, how does Sir Abodeo Frono come in place? A bad no be to me. I am a body of Fro, so the Bible come. And the boy come and say, renewing the mind. Of course, your brain and your mind. Brain no the physical tissues name was a no. But I can't mind now the ability to use the brain no. Start thinking capacity no nipa ni kita no. And the Paul kasafa wona me your thinking pattern no ho. Kwan a Kristo ni efa so edwene. E was say renewed. Now they think was say renewed. E say what you can na or say be not conformed to this world. The world has its own mind. If you ask Nangasa, I will Nangasa not journey out of them. Now, so be a baby Christian, now, one anti gas in the Akama. Who said if you are say agony. Quote your mechanic, man say, we are the results of our environment. Environment now, your way to you know. And who soon and so and who nipa so. So we should be. Let's say nipa ne wono to a typical zongo place bar. Who clearly say nipa you typical zongo place bar. If you say you see ayen in your man who say environment na then are affecting them. Now here was Paul. Our draw let away Ediama Christians in Rome. Now we are winning Rome history no. Say when you picture at least yeah I hear Spartacus down so series no. You get the idea. Rome was a sinful country. And the temple for Rome now my Christians no. They need to renew their minds. When I'm forced to edging, when I'm forced to your money, I was say a year renewed. Another one, when we made the 2 minutes say, that's it. See how you are some know what is here no. Who share anybody Abraham? The truth is, anybody I am never here. What can you then ask yourself, say, Sabi, not journey, I want him for. Are they all ye? Not journey, or him for. But the truth is, lots of people in this generation know, I am never here. Seriously, Yen sedant na se enbi ne won ko echi. Obi sunya dade e dwene ho a. Na adwene a okita no enye renewed. Into point for so gina e kwan a emfa mboa embre ono angasa. Na Christians na me no wo ewo no. Apart from say yeso na dachi yenya onyankopon nchen akobo. Onyame pesa asase so me no tie. Your life na ye kama. In the biblical principles no say yetumi eputunu to work in our lives our lives will be beautiful. Yababo abefe. Nemo no ansa na ebeba no Paul say we need to renew our minds. We shouldn't be conformed to this world. Now, I say conform here to act in accordance with. It's a reason you will never be your friends say normal from conform. Also, when they are normal, But for Christian, you have to renew your mind, you know. And say normal, I don't know. Because of necessity, our minds must be different from the world. And we see everything ain't different from a real here. I never go on Unyame, Onyama, enemy die. And so I'm forgetting, and I'm God will never think for us. Unyame, one day my die. There are some things God will do for you. But Sanamai and your man, you cannot do it yourself. But until I go there, God will never do it for you. Religion is impeding the progress of Africa. I say, religion, people are not using their minds. And to a larger extent, it's true. Church of Christ one, but who go outside one. These denominations, no, they are so for extra members, no. Majority of them are not using their minds. So what we will play graduates. Now so now believe your decano. Janice my guy. What are you saying? That is what's going on. But one of the main reasons, no. Our people say is the Bible say we should renew our minds. Renew. Enya foforo enti wo be Christian no wo kwan of us edeni. You have a way of doing things, but when Christian bia what do you about very different? Of course, what do you very different? It affects the rest of your life, the way you talk. Many people, things are not going well. What do you have to do? You sit down and you think, what is wrong? But in this era, no, you can't religion now. Obi be church, so far point to say, "Oh, my baby, any about your kono, any year we say, any so, some people obey that any thinking a year or no die. If you say, so be there, no, relaxing. And you might not say, everything. I'm going to say, it's for our own good. Sit down and think about it. Everything is for our own good. And it will be what's not say, now we'll process it. No, I don't know what the right step to take. It's for your own good. So, I was said here, now, second scripture. Well, 1 Corinthians chapter 13, verse 11. 1 Corinthians 13, verse 11.
When I was a child, I spoke as a child. I felt as a child. I thought as a child. Now that I have become a man, I have put away childish things. Amen.
Amen. Verse in your old King James, right? Alright. Make a new King James, no? It's almost the same. I'll say, when I was a child, I spoke as a child. I understood as a child. I thought as a child. But when I became a man, I put away childish things. A very powerful scripture. Now you were children. But after you used to follow, Bible say we should put away childish things. I want to renew your mind, never know. Because when you renew your mind, you become matured. And maturity is not just by age or just by your stature, how thick, tall you are. That's not maturity. Maturity is here. People say, you saw let me hear me near my sapola. You can't say, I'm a teacher sapola. Me drink bar, so me drink sapola. But my baby, so I've put away childish things. The worst thing that can happen to any adult, and they say, obey baby, not still now, or childish things. And one person will need to form. That's what you see today. And maybe a baby for, but still, yeah. They will do childish. I also put two childish things away. Totally. But you're not my child. Usa, responsibility behind also. But we are penny in our way. Lots of responsibilities. And about also. And thinking pattern, and I say, I drink and the guitar will play young piano. You cannot grow with that, you know. If the Usa, Obina, a temple, Jacob the DSA. But we are penny. One will be home. Now, first of all, one doesn't very creative family. Yeah, I say I'm expecting, I'm expecting, but probably in the next 10 years. Now, we'll be a parent. If, yeah, that's what I think. But I'm saying, I say, yeah. Amen. You see, but certain years never do now. Yeah, parents, this is Obama. I say, I'm proud of my dad, and I'm proud of my mom, Anna. Come go be when they're ready in their minds. When they're ready, don't let my children say, "What we did about Abby." Bible say, when I was a child, I thought as a child, but after my opinion, put away all childish things. And my child is piano. Away us. You don't need them at all. Enti usano say issue bi ba wo kwa so e ka sam no ba wa pedi no afa wo hwa din usano e say obi a bibi a no start ka bi wa nya de kra o we de sa no tin su ban ye and they start understand we pedi na ga so bibi a you keep quiet until you see the person and ask. That's the difference between being a child and being mature. Yes, Obia Bibi. Apoladia, Obesum, no kind of rosa. But when you want to show somebody mature, you listen, you keep quiet, you see the person, then you ask. You don't just assume so, where you're obeying. Of course, even if obeying power, show your maturity by just being still and waiting for the person and asking. It was about renewing our minds. One of us will action and your man. One of us will act and some asset. So only when you walk on response all the man. No, your response is, punchy. I saw walk on a back away. Somebody can talk for like 1 hour. But when you no sense in what the person said. No sense. That's all I cannot. And this is so. But also can say with points. If you say, I want to say what we're to him, and you have to renew your mind. And renew our mind, goes with maturity. Back many them one. Oh, I know what was over there, correct guy, we get room to come on. But sisters, I didn't yet. Seriously. I know when I come out, it looks nice, good, or the thinking pattern is not right. If somebody can ask in the next 10 years, you know, you want to be parents, I don't know. It's good, you'll be parents, but a very happy parents, Anna. Of course, at our ages, the Casanas are always saying, come on. Can you be reunited? Okay, we will be reunited. We made a family, you see, but that's right. And you're like, ain't he? As I saw, I don't know. Oh, the same. Oh, God, the same. When you were a child, you think like a child. When you grow up, you think like a grown up. No matter who dates and how only possible. Still, in the course of in dating, put on your thinking cap and look at the person. Anybody here? If someone say marriage, our number already are, then a major decision in your life. You don't play with that. And you don't decide to marry with the childish stuff. Childish stuff is a scam. No, yes sir, you are thinking like a child. But before scam, I want to pay, and I want that. It can be here today, and tomorrow it will be no more. It will be scam, and you tell me what we are. You are thinking like a child. So you got to go way beyond that. Oh, warfare, first guy, his sister, warfare, come back. No! Still, thinking like a child. And also go beyond that. Your ability to renew your mind and think correctly helps you deal with stress and depression. That's what I say. Say, you renew your mind now, and boy, in our life. You don't renew your mind for God. And American, you don't do that for God. God, whether you worship him or not, he is God. And I mean, before he created you, he was God. In fact, before he created the world, he was God. So he doesn't need you and I before he becomes God. It's for our own good. And to renew your mind toward the word of God now. In dealing with stress and depression. Stress and depression. Over the week, story be able to hear. Yes, a guy in Nigeria, and one of my men, I don't know here. Echo, I'm sorry, yes, I upcoming this in me. Now I'm going sorry, I saw to say. Someone got a bueno, and say, bueno, episode no mamma where this get draw. In the one China, bueno, going to be drawn away. Lots of people are going through issues in this world. But they again, so maybe I to me renew the mind. Obe say issues be about or swap. How to deal with those issues? Obe no promise me no. Say life will always be sweet. And you know that. Sometimes a bad bumpy ride. But I guess that's how you when we renew mind, you know how to deal with it. And when we go through life, that's what we do. So maybe we want to find somebody near their channel. Of course, it's the easiest thing to do. When I ask then you become free. I didn't want to say, oh, wait a then you become free. But no. You blame somebody, it doesn't change your life. Who blame will be our own? Because life is 100% your responsibility. 100%. So that's what the men did. I'm going to blame David. So they even planned of killing David. So we one way. But David didn't know then he listened to all the accusations. So we Bible says he turned his face towards God and prayed. Maturity. He prayed to God and asked, should I follow the people and take back my people? Then God said yes. That's the difference between the matured and the child. Asamla baby, what's the way forward? What's the way forward? Thinking pattern. And one day, Asamla baby, they were just sitting there crying. But just crying will not solve the issue. But David being matured saw that the first thing to do was to consult God. So consulting him said, should I follow? Then God said yes. And truly, he got back the people. No, if he said he had the right kind of thinking. Now they are to me, now that you'll be able to go and kama. Amen.
Amen.